Good morning. For the third time this month, police are investigating a mass shooting. This time it happened in California. Ivy says anyone who applies to be an astronaut will go through an incredible vetting process, especially at NASA. So it's Boat Safety Week, and this is the number one thing you'll need for your safety, a life jacket. Smartphones are not the only smart running machines here in Huntsville, but smart cars are next in line, which is exactly why electric charging stations are headed right here to Mid-City District. Well, it's Friday afternoon, and the start to this weekend just keeps getting better and better. We are here in Athens at Singing on the Square. Food, as you can see behind me, we have entertainment, we have speakers. Audrey Johnson, general manager of WJOU, says a shuttle would allow students to have the opportunity to have consistent transportation to work so that they can pay for their education. The city of Huntsville is steadily developing, and according to Huntsville City Councilman Devin Keith, much more is on the way.
We are now trying to again petition the United States Department of Transportation to support us in building a sky bridge that would actually be able to allow you to walk from downtown all the way to Governors to the Campus 805 area.
Keith says the Sky Bridge is something that the city of Huntsville has never seen before, and we can expect to see a lot of other options for modes of transportation filtering into the city in the next 6 to 7 months.
We're praying that this pandemic is coming to an end. But I'll tell you, for the city of Huntsville, we're doing about $1 billion in economic development just in the metro area of Huntsville.
Paulo Ribbonmorn is a fairly new Huntsville resident, and he says he has no complaints with Huntsville infrastructure so far.
I've been happy with how it is so far. I think that the only congestion is really here in Providence at the four-way stop there, but I've found that it's easy commute. There's hardly any traffic.
Peggy Patillo is another Huntsville resident who says she believes public transportation should definitely be in the works.
There definitely needs to be infrastructure focus like right now versus later when all these people, keep moving in here.
Keith says anyone who's a member of the Huntsville community should have the opportunity to have access to other parts and other corners of the city.
So us increasing transportation options and making those things available to everybody is important.
Jasamine Byrd, Inside Oakwood. The U.S. Space and Rocket Center is celebrating World Space Week, and this year, women in space are ready for takeoff. Janet Ivey is the president of Explore Mars, and she says her good friend, Dr. Cyan Proctor, is one woman who never gave up her dream of going to space.
The fourth African-American female in space, the first ever African-American pilot of an orbital flight. History making.
In mid-July of 2021, there were roughly 570 to 580 people who have actually gone to space.
And when you consider that, we're only now just broaching the number 70 for women, we still have a long way to go.
According to Ivy, the process of shuttling to space goes something like this. Within 8 minutes, you go from traveling 0 to 17,500 miles per hour.
It's like, imagine being pushed as hard as you can from the backside, and all of a sudden you're roaring into space.
Ivy says anyone who applies to be an astronaut will go through an incredible vetting process, especially at NASA. But to everyone dreaming of space,
whatever you are interested in, be true to that.
Jasamine Byrd, Huntsville U.S. Space and Rocket Center. Oakwood University's campus shuttle could be driving some students in the wrong direction. Some freshmen working at WJOU, Oakwood's campus radio station, say they need transportation to work.
Being a freshman student, we're not really allowed to have cars, so that's already like a hassle, having to try and find rides every day.
Edgar says he and his other freshman colleagues spend long hours in the classroom. And his freshman men's dorm is the farthest from the radio station.
The walk is usually around 30 minutes max, maybe even less, 25 probably, but 30 minutes max. And I stay in Holland Hall.
Audrey Johnson, general manager of WJOU, says a shuttle would allow students to have the opportunity to have consistent transportation to work so that they can pay for their education.
We're about a mile off of the campus, but still on the campus. And so students aren't readily able to walk to the radio station.
Oakwood shuttle driver Larry Bush says the shuttle does commute to WJOU, but it's just not listed on the schedule this year.
We just go by the cemetery. If there's someone on board that needs to go to WJOU, then we will carry them.
Jasamine Byrd, Inside Oakwood.